And now, from the Sunnybrook Ballroom in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, it's the Bring 'Em Out podcast with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
Hey, everybody, we're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the podcast studio with another episode of Bring 'Em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with SoulJoel himself, Joel Richardson. Today, we have a return guest, a good buddy, and a heck of a guy, Bob Jones, a.k.a. DJ Bob, a.k.a.
MC Delta T.
Bam.
Yes, because I can never remember it. Yeah, it's way above my pay grade.
Welcome back, man.
This is how it happened. Steve Byrne, he's on stage, okay? Now, because he brought out special guests during the show, we had to move Bob's location to right next to the stage. If you've ever been to the Melody Room, he's the opposite end of where you walk in during the show.
Yep.
Right? And so right away, Steve Byrne takes a liking to Bob. And he goes, Bob, how long have you been DJing? And Bob goes, 17. And he goes, Bob, 2017? Or since you were 17? Because Bob, I mean...
Yeah, I see the ambiguity in hindsight.
Well, also...
It's awesome. It's awesome.
But also, you look good.
Oh.
And dark light, so you don't really know. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really...
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and he goes, 2017. He goes, no, since you were 17. He goes, well, that makes more sense. And... He does because he wants to go into doing the
Tonight Show bits.
Tonight Show bits, right? Thank you. And so he does the rim shots.
Yes.
And killing it.
Yes.
The timing, everything is incredible.
And let me interject this real
Yes.
quick. Byrne does something I've never seen anybody do to a DJ ever. Bob or anybody gave him carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wanted.
Yes.
But specifically wanted something on the punchlines of the Tonight Show bits.
Yeah.
Which was so cool.
Now take it back further. After the show, I was talking to him, and he goes, "Dude, your DJ was incredible. Thank you so much." And because at some point when he brought on Joe DeRosa and Q
from Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
Remember that when you see special guests might be popping into shows at SoulJoel's.
Yes. Thank you. So Bob stopped doing the rim shots. And even in my mind, that was attached to the Tonight Show bits, rim shots, punchline laugh. Don't need it.
I understood where Bob was coming from. I took it like Steve meant it.
Yes.
So I was waiting for Bob to do more.
Right.
But I also understood why Bob stopped because I did understand the Tonight Show part of it. So that
And
made
to
sense
unleash on Bob, he goes, "You lazy son of a... What are you doing?" Joe DeRosa hits the next punchline, and he hits it. He goes, "To me, Bob. Me. Don't do it for DeRosa."
It was perfect.
Yes. So after the show, like anything else, that was an adrenaline high. We've talked about the endorphins and being on stage.
Absolutely.
Bob's walking around. First thing he says to you is,
Oh,
so
God.
I'm assuming you're going to want me on the podcast
Oh, my God,
again.
that's right. Yes. Oh, dude, sorry, I blanked. Dude, that's awesome. I just went full on like you were my history teacher in 7th grade and you asked me what the state capital of Washington is.
That's like one of the
Is
few
it still
things
Harrisburg?
Dude, it was I'm still laughing about that.
Yes.
Like, it was so funny. You handled it so well on stage.
Yeah.
Steve Byrne was so great with it. So were DeRosa and Q. And then that comment, it was one of my favorite nights ever.
And I had a different experience like after the end of the night because
I was going to bring this up, Bob. Go for it.
I can never tell when people are fucking with me or not. So, but I realized at
Did
some
you get
point.
one of these?
Oh no, that's your patent look.
Yeah. But how do you figure it out?
Well, I mean, like at some point I figured that, it didn't really matter like the timing of the rim shot. It just, that's kind of like part of the joke too. That
Yeah.
I had control. I had a level of free will with respect to when I did it.
Yeah. Now, what's going through your head when this is happening?
Well, I'm just trying to do a good job. I don't want to get shit.
Now, are you sitting there like waiting for punchlines? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. See, because I would have been like, is that a punchline?
Yeah.
Is that a punchline?
But then after the show ended, like, and I shared this with you, and I didn't realize that this is a thing for performers. And when I don't really see myself as a performer, but I felt alone. Like I'm at the bar playing New York crossword puzzle on my phone. That's how alone. Like I didn't really have the sense to leave, but it was just such an odd feeling.
It's that come down from the stage high.
You think that's what it was?
I bet.
Yeah. And dude, I have such mixed emotions now. I used to get that when that was the only thing I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, the show's over. Everyone's having a good time. No one got hurt.
Right.
Now I'm like coming down. I'm like, this is a relief. We got through another day.
Right.
So, but when I didn't have multiple things going on, I had that. I used to sleep through the whole day.
Oh wow.
After I would.
Dude,
Depression mode.
I was up until 7 o'clock in the morning the night after our Snap Squad show. First show back in 2 years.
How far, you said?
It was 1 hour. We did an hour.
No. How long were you up?
Oh, I'm sorry. So like the show was. We were done playing at 9:30, 9:45 p.m. I didn't fall asleep until 7 o'clock the next morning.
Just riding through adrenaline.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you've talked about this before.
Yeah.
With dealing with my, neuroses or whatever, like high energy.
With you being you.
Punchline laugh.
Bum.
Rim shot.
Again, Bob's famous conciseness.
Yeah. I'll keep lighting them up, Bob. You keep knocking them down.
Beautiful.
Your Apple Watch has told you that your heart's beat.
Yes.
What was going on then?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that at that point. No, I've done this now long enough. I guess I'm comfortable more than I was when I first started doing this in front of the room. No, like it was more. I didn't want to have an upset, because part of the thing is being hospitable to, like, every person who's staff or contracting here. It's giving not just the guests but the entertainment a good experience.
Yeah.
Right. No, I
Love
amen,
that.
man. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. So that brings me on my next question when you said me being me.
Yeah.
Well, what's 2 years now dealing with it? Do you have an assessment of, like, a sense of what I need and what the crowd needs? Or am I still a maniac?
No.
Unpredictable.
No, but you also, individuals aren't scalable, teams are. And, you see Ronan who's doing a lot more of the management. But even when, when you have, like, something absent, like, okay, we're just about to, start the show, and, the no photo sign is still on the stage, there have been times I've removed it because that's, part of the operations and getting the show ready. So
That's what I'm going to talk to Brett about today. Taking over that stuff. Because Thursday night, to his point, he's doing trivia. We have ballroom dancing in the ballroom, obviously. And we have 2 of the semifinal shows, 7 and 9. Well, they went on stage and took photos. And for the 9 o'clock show, they play my music to go on stage. The mic is on stage, but as far away from center as possible.
I
didn't realize it until I started walking up. So I had to, like, hit my stride, grab it, and bring it into the center.
Damn.
Yeah. But I made it work. But at the same time, I'm like, I got to put someone like Brett in charge of that, because if it's not my job, your job, whoever's job, it doesn't get done.
Exactly.
And it's so.
And then it's one of those things you're thinking about in the moment, like,
Yeah. It's not that big a deal,
right?
But it's still a big deal if I go on stage and it says, the sign's still there.
And 5 or 10 of those things happen during the course of the evening, and Joel has gray hair in a year.
But another example, I don't play like the 8-minute house track just before the start of a show.
Yeah, right.
Only be reinforced on a podcast if that's what Bob does.
You do listen, huh?
Which I just want to bring up a point like that.
Yes.
My performance, like, when I first started here, I'm going to say year and a half.
It was in August. It'll be 2 years.
Yeah. There was a limitation with the DJ software I was using that where if it wasn't, like, purchased and downloaded, it wouldn't play. So I had, like, a very fixed set of songs I could play. Now there was a version update earlier this year. I can now integrate with Apple Music. So it's, as long as Apple Music has it, I can play it for you.
Game on.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Love it. Bob is unleashed.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I should do an advertisement here.
Oh, yeah.
As the trivia host here, Game Show Palooza.
Yeah.
I love it.
Each and every Thursday,
including my birthday.
Yep. Exactly. Your birthday trivia, and Thursday, June 27th will be Family Guy trivia.
Yes.
Now, you used to be terrified to go on stage.
Still am.
Oh, okay. I'll ask the question first.
Yes.
How do you feel now?
I mean, you don't see me, like, doing comedy, so that answers that question.
Well, but you have.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. More 3 times.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's still nerve wracking. Like there's like time dilation when you're on stage.
I know what you mean.
Like in my head,
Yeah.
I'm there longer than 5 minutes, but in reality, it's been like 3 minutes.
But
Yeah.
it feels like longer.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, just like the tension,
Yes.
but in a weirder way.
Right.
It's like you're it's like this tunneling sort of thing can happen sometimes too. I don't know if that happens to you, but
Yep.
it's really interesting. Now, do you feel any looser now than you did a year and a half ago? I would think at least a little
At least
bit,
for
right?
DJing, for sure.
Right on.
Now I haven't DJ'd since December, something in Gatsby's, but even that, my way of sneaking that in, mixing is doing that after a show has completed. But I that's one reason why I love performing for Ronan's events.
Yeah.
The after show, the late night
Laughs.
comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, when he does
laughs.
the criminally funny or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can just I can just jam,
Yeah.
That's not what a DJ would call it, but I can just jam with the mixes, and I'm intentionally focusing on hip hop to make it seem edgier, but I'm also mixing it in, and it seems to resonate with the crowd. It seems to resonate with some of the comics too.
Okay.
Who will give me a shout out.
Right. And that's what you do. You bring a warm up music.
Yeah.
To each comic.
I mean, even though I'm shy, I can be a whore for attention.
I love the honest self-assessment.
What, you guys aren't?
Well, no.
We all ended up on stage.
Yeah.
Nobody ends up as a performer.
Yeah, but that was
doesn't
a-
have some of that in them.
That was an unprovoked thought.
It was great. It came out of nowhere, and I liked it.
Yeah. Speaking of unprovoked, that's why you don't eat before.
Yes.
Because he doesn't want any unprovoked visits to the bathroom.
Well, now it's even worse with missing the gallbladder.
Oh, it's
And
worse
the
now?
amount of bass he's pumping loosens the bowels too, man.
Let's hope not. No, I mean no, I just don't have the appetite like I had.
No way.
Yeah, I'm not eating breakfast.
But last Saturday, we had a 4 o'clock show.
Yes.
7 o'clock show.
Yep.
9 o'clock show. Bob didn't eat from 3 to 11.
That is correct.
It's a stretch, especially when you're performing and you're building up. You're burning calories.
I mean, it's not like so. For the comics, they get a respite. They have their moment on the stage. Just to paraphrase Shakespeare. And then I heard no more. They have some freedom. I'm behind that table. I'll go get a drink, but if you have to go to the bathroom, that's going to take longer than just a couple minutes. So.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it, dude. I get it. I do. I mean, I've learned how to roll with it during my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know if I don't get something in me before, sometimes not right before the show, but if I don't get something in me during the course of the day before I perform at night,
Yeah.
It's going to be an issue. Because I'm going to get lightheaded. I'm going to not feel good, especially if it's a full 3-hour show, like is our norm. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that kind of thing, I totally understand. I have to do it early and it has to be light.
Yes.
So what's? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what's your routine?
Fruit, I'll do I always have a banana on the day of a show for sure. For
Okay.
cramps.
You need
know?
your potassium.
Yeah, exactly. And then now I usually do a smoothie. So I'll have a protein smoothie with spinach and.
Enough for a normal person to survive the day, but not us.
Dude, that's just to get me through. That's
Yeah.
that's so I don't eat what I want to eat,
Right.
And feel all fat and bloated on
Yeah.
stage.
Will you have a meal afterwards?
Yes,
Okay.
but it takes a while.
Okay. Once you come down a little bit.
Exactly.
Will you drink water?
Yeah. Hell, especially we get to the end of the show, I'll also do alcohol.
Okay.
And then
no food and a little alcohol. That's a white girl nightmare.
Well, April, may she rest in peace, would give me lots of garnishes, and that would be my dinner.
garnishes?
Garnishes.
But you're out your mind.
Oh,
I haven't had lunch. Give me 2 lines.
No, I'm like,
Olive and a
cherries.
celery stick.
Yeah. Oh, you actually would eat the cherries?
Yes.
Buddy, you're wild.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's
That wouldn't even get me through an hour. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm gonna snap like a twig.
well, then you also get the stem, and that's fun to like, you know,
Oh,
try to
the
like,
stem?
yes.
No, but have you lost your mind?
No, not eating,
Two cherries and a stem?
not eating the stem.
Get out of here.
If you want a talented tongue,
Oh, Bob, it's practice.
You're doing matrix
We're
with your
talking
tongue?
about practice.
Yeah, you're tying the knot.
Yes.
Get out of here. You can
I've-
do that?
I've only done it one time. That was when I was really interested in this one lady, and her sister, you know, was the one who said, "Hey,
Excuse me?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's after that, comma.
introduced me to the idea of like tying a cherry stem with a tongue."
The sister taught you this?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
What happened?
I don't know, just put two and two together and thought, "Oh, this might be a cool trick."
Put two and two
On a
together,
date.
and the next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. Oh, I see where you're going.
Well, that's where Alan and I both thought you were
That's
going.
where, where we've been heading since you said with my tongue.
Yeah. So I want to say since like 2004, that's been like a thing. When I see a cherry, I'm gonna try to tie the stem with my
But
tongue.
still only the one success.
only the one success.
It's a tricky maneuver.
Yep.
It's like getting the last hole on that thing down in your games
Yeah.
downstairs, you know?
Dude.
You know that little thing where you flip the
Yeah.
ball up?
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't. In addition to being lightheaded because I haven't eaten,
Yeah.
then I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, double
No.
down on that nightmare.
Dude, and I've never seen Joel get so worked up in 82 episodes of this podcast and when you talked about eating light.
Yeah.
And I was feeling it with you, buddy. I was getting a little worked up myself. You should have seen us in Puerto Rico. We didn't go more than 3 hours without eating the whole time we were there.
We would be planning dinner for the next day. We hadn't even had breakfast this day. Today.
Remember the sad night when we tried to get an Uber delivery, or Uber Eats or whatever, and then we thought we had acai bowls coming and all this stuff when we just eaten the world's largest burrito.
Oh.
And then we were bitterly disappointed when it canceled on us at the last minute.
Canceled. Oh,
Everything
order
closed for the night.
confirmed.
Yeah.
It'll be here in 14 minutes. Canceled.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a climax and a roller coaster of emotions.
Was this before you had to go on a boat, or was that something else?
Well, we were on a boat there, but it was at the end of a day. We were
Okay.
winding down for the evening.
Yeah.
So it could have been the same day as the boat, but I don't honestly remember.
See, for that I wouldn't have eaten either, because then you're going on a boat. What are you going to, where are you going to do your business?
Yeah. No, this was
The poop deck?
We were already. You say in bed?
It was even better. Please repeat it, Bob.
Poop deck. Maybe that's why it was called the poop deck.
I never heard it called a poop deck.
It's a real thing. That's a real thing. Bob, ding, ding, ding. I love it.
All we had to do was invite him back for a second time. No alcohol and a haircut.
No alcohol.
Now, here's the real scoop of this podcast so far: is I am fascinated to find out how much of planning goes into you and your pooping. Because I get it. I had what do you call the milk thing?
Lactose intolerant.
Thank you.
Okay.
So my mom tells me when I'm like 27, like I was like my tummy hurts after eating some ice cream one night or something. You know what I mean? And she's like, "Yeah, you're lactose intolerant." I said, "Well, that just like you found out you were like they tested you for whatever
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
back
yeah,
then, right?
yeah.
For ADHD or whatever."
Yeah.
I find out when I'm 27 that I was lactose intolerant as a child.
You didn't think she should have shared that with you when you were like 14?
There was milk in the fridge my entire childhood.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we had with milk. That's what we had with cereal. That's what we had, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were a milk family.
Yeah. So that's
Was she plotting
Drops
your death?
that. Yeah, totally. Man, just plotting my pooping. She wanted to keep me within range of the house because I always had to take a shit. I could never go more than 5 miles at a time.
Let me guess. You don't like to poop anywhere else except for your home throne.
That's right.
Yep, I understand.
Yeah.
Even in the hospital, like the one thing to like release me from the hospital was you have to pass gas, you have to have a bowel movement. I'm like, I'm not doing either here.
Yeah. And nothing like that pressure. Nothing like a hot chick walking into your room every 20 minutes and being like, have you had a bowel movement
Yes.
yet?
Maybe that's why they shipped to a male nurse who said, you know what, at least take the laxative.
There you go.
Dude, I haven't shared this with anyone.
Oh, I love it. All right, let's go.
So, people are complaining at line dancing that it's too hot.
Okay.
We've set up a third fan right by the doors to go into the bar in the ballroom.
Yes.
Right, that goes outside. It used to be the old when the pool was open. That was the snack bar.
Okay, I'm with you.
That
Yes,
was like
I know. Okay.
another kitchen.
Yes.
It's just a storage room now.
Yes.
So we have a third fan back there. I haven't, now that it's gotten warmer, I haven't gotten the habit of turning that one on.
Okay.
So I go back to turn it on. People ask me. I bent down to get the fan. buddy, it sounded like I ripped my pants. Now, I didn't rip my pants.
Did anybody hear?
No one heard. Okay? No one heard. But, okay, those two doors swing open. Okay? Swing open for me to bring this fan out because it's so big. And that wind went like this. There was a woman who I know at line dancing. I hadn't seen her in a while. Who knows I'll ever see her again. Standing at the bar with her child, and she just went. She didn't say anything to me. She just went. Now, she could have bitten into a lime or a lemon, or maybe someone told her a story. I have a feeling she smelled Hurricane Joel.
If it got her,
And if you're listening, I'm sorry.
it's so funny, dude. It was so rough. It got her to bare her teeth like a wild animal.
Oh.
That's awesome. Oh,
There was a
buddy.
commercial. I want to say it was like in 2000 from a company called Smart Beep. I mean, this became a meme on the internet. So the idea is that this man and woman are dating. Woman's about to go into his car. She turns her head, and she just lifts up a butt cheek. The guy comes into the car, driver's seat, and he's like, "Whoo, whoo. You know, I feel some chemistry here. Do you feel it?" And then in the back, you hear, "I felt it." So she farted in front of like people in the back of the car.
Oh, the big reveal.
Yes, yes.
Were they like this?
So it was a couple in the back of the car. The guy's expression was horrified, and the woman is like, like just a big shit eating grin on her face.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
fun. Oh my God.
So what's going through your head whenever we're talking during a show? If I ever come over for requests or anything like that.
Oh, I mean, you know, I'm there to perform a service.
Because I brought over Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
And you had one of the greatest lines ever. I don't know if you know this or
I
you
don't
saw.
think so.
Colin just asked if he had his walk-up music because we had sent it. And Bob goes, "I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm starstruck."
Well, I mean, I've
awesome.
never really had it.
That's awesome.
And all the time here, it's rare if ever a comic comes up to the DJ booth, like the headliner.
Yeah, and you have to go over to them, or we are the go-between.
Right. In fact, that's like, you know, I don't know what metaphor to use, but you know, there is that space. Like they are in rarefied air. So to see him, and I recognized him once he, you know, was in person, but then I followed up and said, you know what, you know, thank you for saving the news portion of SNL. You know, but, you know, admittedly, the bar was low. All he had to do was not tell OJ jokes. And I got a chuckle out of him.
funny.
He did laugh.
And we had just talked about that a day or two before, hadn't we? Or a week or two before? Because he was talking about, you know, the Norm. And I was like, well, Norm's one of the greatest comics of all time, but I understand where he's coming from because the reason Norm got fired from SNL eventually is because he wouldn't stop doing OJ jokes.
So he was doing improv?
No, he would go on. He was the anchor on
Yeah.
the news during the whole OJ trial.
Yeah.
And he would doing a ton of OJ jokes, ton, and it was hilarious for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a year and a half later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and apparently, who's the head of SNL?
Lorne Michaels.
Lorne
thank
Michaels.
you. Lorne had a friend in the business that had something to do with NBC. I don't know if he was the owner or what the hell, right? But that guy was a bigwig, like bigger than Lorne Michaels, so he's some big to-do. Told him, I don't want to hear any more OJ jokes. If I do, we're going to have to make a change. So Lorne told him, hey, listen, one of these big muckety mucks doesn't want you doing OJ jokes. So Norm being Norm goes right out that night and does a whole bunch of OJ jokes.
Stick that up your crawl.
It's like when you tell me don't play techno.
That's so awesome.
Oh, boy.
Miraculously, I'm still here.
I'm still waiting to hear Sandstorm and Window Liquor, my two all-time favorite techno tunes.
I've played Sandstorm before.
I know, but I never catch it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. How about Window Liquor? You know Aphex Twin?
No, I don't know that one.
Do you know Aphex Twin?
Yes.
All right. Check out Window Liquor.
Okay.
You don't have to do it at a show or anything, but just check it out. I think you'd like it.
Stay tuned. Maybe tonight.
Ah. I don't know. It's a little red meat tonight.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I watched you play post-show nothing but rap after the 74-year-old Jackie the Joke Man Martling, who was on a rock and roll radio show his entire career.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that got started. So I forget the woman's name. Ruby.
Ruby.
She was Jackie's opener.
Oh, yes. Okay. The one from Lancaster, or that lived in Lancaster.
Yeah, which
So,
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
There's a Bhangra song. So Bhangra is Indian genre of dance music
Oh, nice.
that I would play for KC, just because I think it's funny. Sorry, KC.
He knows.
So, but yeah, she came up, like I saw her making coming up, and I thought, okay, this is nice. But then she asked me to play a walk-up song. I'm like, which one? I forget the name, but doesn't matter. Like I told her, look, I've been told like this is racist to play, but if you're giving me permission, I will play it.
And what did she say?
No, she's the one who wanted me to play it. Like,
Oh, okay.
she that was her song. She specified it.
And that's when I came up afterwards. And
yes.
Well, we were all dying. Like, Bob, did you really just go there?
yeah. I mean, KC's a little like the regular.
Well, Casey, we know, Casey's a buddy.
Yeah.
I mean,
so funny, man.
I mean, I'll do a big reveal here. Next time I'm DJing the night he's performing, I'm gonna play "It's Not Unusual." Just
Tom Jones.
exactly.
Oh, here I want to ask you this question.
Yes.
Because one of my favorite weird Bob choices.
Oh.
And it made me laugh so
There are many.
hard. Yeah, and there's a list of them, and I love them all.
Bob's new segment is going to be corks. Yeah.
Who's the lesbian girl from Magoobies in Maryland? That's so funny. I love her.
Rose
Vineshank.
Rose Vineshank.
Rose Vineshank comes up to Bob play. Now, I have to know if she requested this to be funny or if you did this because
Barbie girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
I did that because there was a cultural moment with that song, and I used to get shit for playing it back in the 90s.
Oh boy.
It was so funny that you chose the hardcore lesbian to do that too.
Well, I mean, she's
Dude,
blonde
so
too.
funny.
Oh, it's great.
Just a text from you saying you're up in the podcast room.
Yes. Rose and I had like a good conversation. So like all kidding aside, I did not know, but she was interested in Python as a programming language, like the data science application of it. And so she and I had like a good conversation about that.
Rose?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because
Rose is great. I like her a lot.
she was thinking of a career pivot.
Interesting. And she's like a counselor or something now.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a fun bundle of
Energy.
anxiety and energy. And it's awesome on
Yes.
stage.
Yeah, she was here for Pridezilla.
Oh, she was? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, she's
Oh,
great.
don't mind us. This will end soon.
Oh, wow, you on?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, it's one of those things where I drink coffee, then I sit down, and it's like...
And then you start,
your energy starts naturally going down.
starts ebbing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I want to post this as a meme,
Okay.
but I have to ask for Ronan's permission, but why not on the pod?
I can't wait to hear it.
I go, I'm at the age now where I need to sit down. Ronan goes, buddy, I'm at that age now.
Oh.
Which, not really what you want your
He's 20.
your boss to hear. I go,
23?
He just turned 24. I go, buddy, you're 24. He goes, I know. That's fine. Are you at the age where you need to sit down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all are, but we are also heavier. Oh, but he has that, yeah, he has that diet joke. Okay, I can see his point.
Well, I mean, either way. I think, we're
We're
all
just sucking
funny,
the
man.
energy out of you, this podcast.
I know. That's all right. We're gonna do Brett's bits.
Yeah.
Bites.
Yeah, Bits
But-
just sounds like we're going to show his package.
Yeah, right. So we should do a segment with you. What do you think? What would you be into? We'll have to think about it.
We'll have to think about it. We'll have to workshop that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you got me. I'll wait until after we're off
'Cause
the air,
there's-
but now the wheels are turning.
Yeah.
There's,
I mean,
there's something with you.
maybe, maybe not. Music, politics.
Well, yeah. One of the trivia guys, thought that you were a liberal.
No.
Libertarian.
Misread that situation.
Yeah. Libertarian, yes. Not liberal.
Yeah, that's very different.
No, I'll go here on record and saying the person I wanted to see president for 2024 is Nikki Haley.
Is that the Libertarian candidate this time around, or who's that?
No, former governor of South Carolina.
My mom talks about her. That's right. Okay, I know who you're talking about now.
Is she on the right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's registered Republican. Disparaged Trump, so of course she's probably not going to make the vice president list.
You're right. Yeah,
But I mean, I think as far as like someone who like has her shit together, especially really, you know what, it's going to come down to in the next election. Do you want to be an isolationist or do you want to engage in war? That's really like going to be the choice. And Americans are tired of war, but at the same time, who's going to when one country invades another? Do you really want that to happen? What happen? And you could make an argument. Well, that's happening in the U.S.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing. And
Yeah.
listen, Eisenhower told us in his farewell speech that war was never going to stop. The American industrial military complex was
Yep.
going to rise to a point where it'll never be able to stop. And here we are.
Fair
we have
point.
not been out of conflict since mid-'60s, early 60s.
Yeah,
since
even
Vietnam.
Desert Storm in the early 90s.
Yeah.
At some point,
Yep,
the
which-
Cold War in the 80s. It's
Freaking
just always-
Grenada. We invaded Grenada in 1980. What the fuck? The fuck did Grenada do?
Well, I mean, what about Great Britain and the Falkland Islands?
Yeah, right.
Same error.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
We were just talking earlier, like before the podcast, right down in Gatsby's.
Yeah, when I wasn't around.
talking about talking about Dennis
You
Miller.
guys were having fun.
It was a Bob and Al
Shooting the
bonding
shit while
session.
not shitting.
yes.
Yeah, we definitely weren't eating, I can tell you that much.
Bob, your thoughts?
I was wondering, where's my freaking not margarita? My
Limoncello?
sangria.
Oh, sangria. You were talking about sangria. That's right.
Who cares? Go ahead.
No,
Well, while we got some energy left.
we were talking about like Dennis Miller, like how he did a pivot, and he was hilarious in the early 2000s.
Yeah, 9/11 changed him forever.
Yeah.
And it's not, he's still funny.
Yeah.
But he's very political now. You know what I mean? Back in the day, he was just like, to me, he was one of the smartest comedians ever.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
like,
they even brought him on NFL Monday Night Football for that.
who? Oh, that's
Dennis
right.
Miller,
Oh,
yeah.
my God. I forgot about
Quick
that.
cup of coffee. I think it was like a season or
He
two.
got a season or two out of
Yeah.
it. He got a lot longer than Rush Limbaugh with ESPN.
So I take it he wouldn't be coming here.
Oh, dude, if he wants
Joel,
to book
book
it,
anybody,
That'd be
man.
awesome to have him.
I'll book it.
Yeah, would love to see
Well, he's
him.
on the same side of the equation as the guy that's bringing 500 people to the ballroom tonight.
Yeah.
So Joel's obviously open to booking that side.
Awesome.
Yeah. Joel
Joel-
book anybody.
I was thinking about this. We just posted Jimmy Failure,
Mm-hmm.
Fox News, SoulJoel's, and the logo for SoulJoel's is a rainbow color.
Oh, that's funny.
We could be the first venue in history to have that
That's awesome.
in one day.
That combo. And you just had Pridezilla like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know? I
Yeah.
love that. I
Yeah.
freaking love that. I rail about it every time it comes up, and I'm going to do it one more time.
Yeah.
My man is an equal opportunity booker.
Yeah, I'll
If you're-
book anyone.
I
man.
wonder if you could ever have like a
Anyone.
dual show,
Anyone.
like almost like
And a guy in freaking flip flops and shorts is gonna be
Yes.
DJing.
That's
Crossfire style. Have two comics on the stage, one on the left, one on the right.
Yeah, well, Giannis and
That'd actually be really
Giannis
fun.
and Nate did that. It was called Two Faces of America.
Oh, I
tour.
remember that, but I didn't realize that's what they did. Like,
Yeah,
did they
yeah.
actually go on stage together?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's still video of them like roasting me at Wagner, but and I think Giannis has slowly came the other way,
Mm-hmm.
but because he was in New York, he was left and Red State Nate, so they would go on
Red
stage
State.
and do that. But yeah,
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I
Yeah.
heard about that tour, but I didn't know that's what they did. That's
yeah,
so cool.
It's like 15 years ago,
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to do, like right around the time you have the conventions.
like now.
But you got to have two people that are buddies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if you put, like, imagine if you put up Jessica Curson with some like Republican she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Jessica's so smart she would eviscerate the guy.
Yeah.
And third, it would be ugly.
Yeah, it would have to be like her and Brewer or something like that. They're friends.
People exactly. And I've seen her on Brewer's podcast and vice versa. So
Yeah.
it would have to be that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
In closing, your thoughts?
I'd pay to see that.
My man.
But I wouldn't have to because I'd be DJing it.
That's right. That's right.
You're a big asset to this place, man.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, when comics are talking to you from the stage.
I'm still amazed that I'm here like a second time. It's only been, 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rewatched the episode, and it was episode 71.
Yeah.
It wasn't all that long ago.
Did the worm, next thing you know, I'm in the hospital.
Yeah. I was loving it. Not the hospital part.
Are you saying this pod caused it?
Oh, I'm sure like that was no. I'm sure it was the hoagies and the cheesesteaks that.
Yeah. Which I was also involved with.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not completely innocent, but I accept full responsibility.
It's another episode of Bring 'Em Out for DJ Bob, Alan, and Joel. Thanks for listening.
Keep it classy.